Hello everyone, this is my What is in Bloom and Spike video for December. This first one we have is the Haraella odorata. It's a little tiny mini. I'm holding it in my hand. Let me see if I can get my hand in frame. That is the mount. Tiny little guy. Kind of smells like lemon. Not very strong, but it might just be my conditions. I don't know. It always blooms for Christmas, and I hang it on the Christmas tree. It's really cute. The next thing we have, excuse me just a second, is Phalaenopsis schilleriana. I got this in 2009 as a seedling from Oak Hill Gardens, and it's finally making spikes that are big enough that they will branch and give me pretty nice displays. This is the old spike here. This is the new one coming up underneath the leaf again. That's why the other one was all crookedy and twisty. The next one I have, this is in a previous video. This is, I think we figured out that this is an LC mini purple. It's fragrant. It smells kind of citrusy, not sweet at all really, but there we go. Really pretty. The coloring right now isn't, it's, I don't know, pretty accurate, but it is more of a red, and the texture in the lip is velvety. It's a pretty big flower. It's about 4.5 or 5 inches across on that tiny little plant, and this is a first-time bloomer. The next one we have is this NOID Phalaenopsis. Oh, we're not going to focus. This little guy right here, I've put a spike in I've trained it in a circle to save space, in an attempt to try to save space. I don't know why that's not focusing. Okay, down here I have, this is Epidendrum bracteolatum. Oh my goodness. It's got a tiny little spike coming out right there. This is a second bloom plant. This is its second bloom. It's kind of little, but I think it'll get pretty big in the future. I'm not sure exactly how big that one gets. It is fragrant. It's got little white flowers. They don't smell too great to me. Oh no, I dropped my... Okay, I didn't break any roots. Sorry about that. I dropped my Cattleya Genmanii down there. He's recovering. The next one we have is this little Dendrobium. It's a NOID as well. He's about done... Shit! Sorry. He's about done blooming. So I wanted to get him on film real quick before it's done. This is a wonderful little... There we go. That's a nice picture. This is a wonderful little plant. It'll bloom off old canes and new canes, and it'll go for a couple of months. It's pretty, I don't know, it's one of my favorites. The next one we have is my Shiiria Japonica, and I am really not getting any good focusing in here. I apologize. There's a kind of a better close-up. This smells like Fruit Loops cereal or like sugary lemons. And the one that I dropped down here, the other one that I dropped, is part of a group of 3. Here we go. These 3, my camera doesn't know what to focus on. These 3 were all Kikis last year. They were just tiny little nubs growing off the flower spike and off the base of the mother plant. This tiny one bloomed last year. It was the biggest last year, and it bloomed. And now it's got a tiny little flower spike. There we go. Coming out. Just right, see, I can't get my hand, there we go, right there. That spike is just coming out. This one's spike is pretty tall. The other one has a pretty tall spike as well. I'd say maybe like 8 inches. Then we have my white Phalaenopsis. This one has already opened all of its flowers, and then the spike is continuing to grow. Last year when this bloomed, the spike, well, it had 2 of them actually, and they kept growing and blooming until they were 4 feet long, and then I cut them off. this little pink one right here, this is a mini. It is Phalaenopsis Jiaho's Pink Girl. And it smells a little bit, it's kind of sweet. It's a cross between schilleriana and, let's see, I know schilleriana is in that, and that's why the little leaves are, mottled and dark. So that one's got 2 spikes, it's just finishing up, but this one's spike is continuing to grow as well. These were full spikes that were open and they bloomed, and then when they're almost done, the spike will continue to grow. And I have a lot of orchids that do this, and I think it is a light issue, not issue, because it's not a bad thing, but okay, then my view mode just came back on. So give me 2 seconds real quick. I'm going to come back over here into my hallway, get my buttons. Crap, I knew that was going to happen. Okay. So here I've got my, oh, I can't tilt it. I've got my Cattleya maxima. No, I'll go back to that one. I've got this purple and white Phalaenopsis. It's a NOID from a hardware store. There's a nice picture of it. Then over here on the other side, let me walk around. I've got this gorgeous yellow, hang on, here we go. This gorgeous yellow with a pink lip. I don't think we're going to get a good picture of that. Its spike is continuing to grow, and it is branching for the first time as well. I've got a little branch up here. It's also got some other branch nodes just coming out of the spike. Then I have this pink one, which is also a NOID. It was one that was purchased for me as a gift for my birthday. I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. And then this little yellow one is a NOID as well. This belonged to my aunt, and I like this as a nice little, it's kind of a little plant. So that is the Phalaenopsis that are in bloom. Then down here, this little guy is a pyloric. It's a mini pyloric. It looks like the Betris, but with pyloria, and it's got another spike coming out down here as well. So 2 spikes on this one this year. I think I got this last year at a hardware store, or superstore, you know. Then here I have this Cattleya with 3 buds coming out. This is Cattleya Angel Love crossed with Cattleya Skinneri. And that one has a really lovely fragrance. And it's recovering from division and some root rot. Long story. This is my Cattleya Genmanii, and it's got buds for the very first time in sheath. I've had this plant since 2008 or 2009, I think 08. And this is the very first time it's blooming. It's in a 6-inch pot now. Let's see, maybe I can hold it up without knocking things over. Got kind of limited space in here. Okay. So there's the pot size. And the plant is it's a little plant. Short, compact. Okay, then I'm going to have to turn, you know what, I'm just going to make a part 2 of this to show you the ones that are in sheath, because you can't really see it. And also, this is just not focusing very well in the dark part of the greenhouse, or grow room, I should say. So, I'll be right back with a part 2, and we'll show you what is the rest of what is in spike.